Okay, everyone. So I am really excited because at New York Comic Con, there was a Hazbin Hotel panel, which we already knew because they advertised that it was going to happen. And during the panel, they shared two sneak peeks of Hazbin Hotel Season 2. And we're going to be watching them here in this video. We're going to be reacting to them. And the first clip that we're going to be watching is this one that we have right here in front of us that involves the V's. So Vox, Valentino, Velvet. We're going to be watching this. We're going to react to it. We're going to dissect it afterwards. And then once that's done, we are going to be watching the song that they released, the one that involves LUTE. Now, I'm really excited to watch that one because I really like LUTE's character. I like what they gave us in season 1, and I'm really looking forward to seeing her in season 2 and what they do with that character. And obviously, we saw a little bit of it in the trailer that got released, which, by the way, if you're curious about that video, or if you want to see my reaction to it, I will leave a link to it at the end of this video, as well as a link to both of these videos that we're going to be watching in this video right here, this clip, and then the LUTE song. I'll leave a link to both of them at the end of this video. And the links to them will also be available in the description, as well as a link to the channels where we got both of these videos. So just any links in general will be available in the description. So if you're new to the channel, first of all, hi, thank you so much for joining me. And if you like what you are seeing here, I really would appreciate it if you were to subscribe and leave a like. And also, guys, please comment down below if you have any thoughts. Don't be afraid to share them in the comment section. I really do like hearing from you guys. So whatever your thoughts are, just go ahead and leave them in the comments. Now, with all that said and out of the way, let's go ahead and watch both these clips. So we'll start with this one again, and then we'll get to the song. So let's go ahead and watch this.
Our brand is perfection, remember? We cannot let ourselves look weak to other overlords or to sinners. We are above petty bullshit.
Well,
you know what? Okay, I almost said something, but I'll save it for after the clip is over.
Now, as we all know, Charlie Morningstar recently proved that angels can be killed. And not just angels, the big motherfuckers, the big boy. But I think we can spin that. We can use the hotel's reputation and hell's renewed hope and start a hell-wide uprising against heaven.
I know you won't believe this, but I don't understand.
Okay, so that's from the trailer. Oh, is that it? Okay. So yeah, that's the that's the clip. So yeah, we okay. So let's go over this. So we're gonna go back, and we'll play it, and we'll pause every now and then to talk about what we're getting.
Our brand is perfection, remember? We cannot let ourselves look weak to other overlords or to sinners.
Okay, just on that, Vox, you guys kind of already look weak because, first of all, you sent Velvet to the meeting of the other overlords. You and Valentino didn't even show up. You didn't even care. And Velvet didn't really make a good impression, if we remember. And not only that, but you were hiding when the fight was happening. You made a whole thing about taking the fight to the angels in season 1. Again, Velvet did all of that during the Overlord meeting. And then when the fight actually did happen, you weren't there. You didn't help in any way, shape, or form. Like Carmilla, she provided the weapons, and Rosie gave them an army with the cannibals who were armed with angelic weapons, again, provided by Carmilla. And you guys were just hiding. So honestly, you guys already kind of look weak. So you already kind of failed on that part.
We are above petty bullshit.
well,
No, you're not.
maybe people should start sucking less.
Or more.
Not surprising to hear that from Valentino, but also just real quick, I love that they still have the posters in the background. Because I think this is actual artwork made by the cast members in that actually work for Spindlehorse, and they put them in the background of the shows. I always really like that small little touch in the actual show.
Moving on. Now, as we all know, Charlie Morningstar recently proved that angels can be killed.
Okay, so yeah, wanted to talk about this. So, okay, maybe it'll make more sense when we see it in the actual episode, because this is just, this clip, so we don't have full context. But this just on its own doesn't really make a lot of sense. He says Charlie just recently proved that angels can be killed. The thing is, you guys already knew that. remember Velvet pointed out, because she realized that Carmilla was the one who killed the angel, what she talked about in the the Overlord meeting. So why are they acting like they only just realized that angels can be killed, even though you guys already knew? You knew that that was even possible?
And not just angels, the big motherfuckers, the big
Yeah, okay, so he's talking about, people like Adam, who was, the head of the Exorcists, pretty powerful. Like, they can be killed. But the thing is, again, like, they should already know that it's possible. So why, again, is he acting like this is new information? I'm a little bit confused here.
boys. Now, obviously, she's gonna plead innocent and play the "no, we should all get along and be friends and check each other off" card.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, so she's not playing a card, like that's just who Charlie is. Again, Vox obviously doesn't know that. He doesn't really know Charlie, which I don't know if this is taking place before or after he goes to the hotel, because we know he goes there. We saw that in the trailer, but I don't know if this is happening before or after. So like, yeah, obviously he wouldn't know Charlie, and I think even if he did know her, he would still try to like twist her intention. Like, I think he's one of these people where it's like it's hard for him to believe that someone could genuinely just want good things for people.
But I think we can spin that. I think we can use the hotel.
Yeah, okay, so we've got these drawings. Let's go ahead and break this down. So yeah, you've got the hotel gang. Alistair, he drew Alistair there dead, because of course he did. And yeah, just mocking the name Hazbin, which I think Alistair also did. We saw that in episode 1 with his like promo video for the hotel. And yeah, just interesting. He he draws everyone here happy, but yeah, I guess it makes sense he would draw Alistair just dead on the ground because he hates him, obviously. And notice how Alistair's frowning in this picture. He's not drawing him smiling.
Hell's reputation and Hell's renewed
And yeah, just same thing, just same terrible drawing.
hope and start a hell wide.
And this is, of course, him. This is Valentino Velvet. This is his shark. This is him. He drew himself real big because, of course, he did. And yeah, okay, so Vox is basically delusional, if we're being honest. Like, he thinks, oh, I can take the fight to heaven. And it's like, and yeah, we heard it in the trailer. Like, Alistair was mocking him because it's like, dude, you want to take the fight to heaven, but you're not even the most powerful one in hell. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's like, dude, maybe rein in your aspirations just a little bit. It's like, okay, like at least try and take on the lower level angels. See if you can handle those guys before you try to go for the big boys and girls. Okay, maybe you could try that a little bit.
Uprising against heaven with us at the top, huh?
Oh, I just heard the applause sound effect in the background. I didn't hear it when I first watched the clip.
I know you won't believe this, but I don't understand.
Honestly, I wouldn't blame Valentino for not understanding, because like when you really think about it, it's like his plan doesn't really make a lot of sense, because like, dude, again, you're kind of aiming a little bit too high. Like, maybe just reel it back a little bit. Like, set smaller goals. You know, it's like when you listen to someone talk about like what their plans are for like things, and you realize, oh, they're aiming way too high. Like they're trying to do too much too soon, and you try to tell them, it's like, okay, let's and it's not even that you tell this to other people. Sometimes I think you tell this to yourself, where you have that moment of realization where you're like, okay, I'm setting too high of a goal for myself. Like, let me reel myself back a little bit. Let me set smaller goals, more achievable goals, and then I can work my way up, like slowly work your way up. Don't just try to immediately jump from like the finish line all the way to, from the starting line all the way to the finish line. Let me slowly work my way up there, which will obviously make it a lot easier. But Vox is like, no, let me just immediately jump all the way to the finish line. Like, oh, I'm going to go from hell, like not even in the like upper tiers of hell, like within he's up there. He's obviously powerful. He is an overlord, but I don't even think he's like one of the more powerful overlords. I think he's like someone who maybe sees himself as like maybe more powerful than he actually is. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's the same with Alistair. Like Alistair in season 1 for so long thought he was just untouchable, he was unbeatable, and then he went up against Adam and he lost. And I think like that was maybe like a wake up call for him to realize that, oh, he's not as powerful as he thought he was. I think maybe Vox is probably going to go through a similar arc and to show like the similarities between the two, where they both sort of like think that they're, or no, like Vox is also going to realize that maybe he's not as like tough shit as he thought he was. I don't know. But also I do like that Valentino's just like not even really paying it, or both of them are actually not even really paying attention. They're both just doing their own thing, and they're looking at him like, oh, this is just Vox doing his thing. It's like, all right, whatever, just let him go on his thing, whatever.
Okay, from the top, and I'll.
Okay, so yeah, let's just look at. Oh, okay, yeah, this is. Yeah, another plan. Shut up. Like, see, yeah, even like Valentino's getting a little tired of him. I was like, oh, you've got another plan. Oh, yeah, you're gonna rule or blah blah blah, whatever.
I'll try to go slow.
Honestly, I will say this, and this might sound, but this is probably the one moment that I can relate to Valentino a little bit, because I do this sometimes. Like whenever I get bored and I start to just tune out everything, I'll just like, grab a like sometimes I'll grab like a sketch pad and I'll just try to sketch something, or not even a sketch pad, but just like a little notebook, like those smaller notebooks that's just there for you to take like quick notes that that can fit in your pocket. And I'll just like take a pencil and I'll just start sketching something, I don't know. And it's something I do whenever I get bored, or just I start to tune everything else out. I just pick it up and all right, let's see, just sketch whatever comes to mind. This is probably like the one time that I can like relate to Valentino. And that's the end of that clip. Okay, so I'm going to set up the second one. So I'm just going to, so give me a second. I'll be right back with the second clip. Okay, so here it is, guys. This is the second clip that they released, and this is the song. Now, this is, again, the one where I'm going to have to like really do some editing to make it safe for copyright. I'm going to have to do the same with the first one, but this one I'll really have to do some editing, because music is, the thing that kind of gets you hit the most with copyright. Like this is the one music you have to be real careful on YouTube. So anyway, let's go ahead and listen. I am really excited. Again, I really like Lute's character. Really excited for her in season 2. Now let's go ahead and watch this. Okay, so here's the thing. Like, if you couldn't hear me, it's because I muted myself because I didn't want to, interrupt. But yeah, so that's. Let me just check, make sure nothing. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, wow. Okay, that was great. I love it. Let's just say, really happy you can't see me on camera, because I don't know if you wanted to see what I was doing while I was, over here, just kind of, vibing to the song. Just trust me, you don't want to see that. Anyway, let's go back and definitely break down this song, because it is just, yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. So first things first, look at this right here. So this is his guitar. Now this is interesting, because I remember when I watched season 1, or when I went back to like rewatch the episode, when I went back to rewatch the episode, one thing that kind of stood out to me is his guitar right here that Adam had in the fight kind of just disappears, and it never comes back. And I was always wondering, like, what happened to it? Like, did he like send it back or whatever? And also, what was here? Because we see his guitar right here. And we know it's his because we can see the blood right here. Like, this is the blood from Alistair, like when he slashed him. And this is a lot of blood. Honestly, like, this is a lot. I'm honestly, like when you think about it, like it's honestly a little bit of a miracle that Alistair's still alive because this is a lot of blood. And well, I mean, maybe he's like used his magic to like help with like healing himself. So yeah, again, I'm really curious to see how that gets addressed in season 2, like his wound, because we saw it in the trailer, and he's like trying to like hold it together with his magic. It's like it got like the stitches. And I've already seen some people online try to theorize like, okay, like the stitches that he has on his scar, or that he has on his chest, and what we see on the cane matches some of the stitches that we see whenever he like starts to show his like true power. And I've seen a lot of people theorize that. Sorry, 1 second. All right, sorry, I just had to cough for a minute, for a second. Sorry, but yeah, I've seen a lot of people theorize that like maybe Alistair, like when he got hurt, like he got hurt before and had to use the magic to like stitch himself back together, and that like he's like sort of barely being held together by his magic. I don't know if that's true. I think that's just like I think maybe like the ones that we see on his face or whatever are just kind of like for aesthetic purposes, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe something did happen and that's like a hint to something that happened in his past, and he like had to at some point got so injured he had to put himself back together or something. I don't know. Again, I could be wrong. It's just theorizing. But yeah, we see another guitar right here, but these two are empty. So like this right here, like was this what was in here? And it's just like on the ground or whatever. But I don't know. Like I'm just curious as to like what, again, maybe if we see what this office was like before it started being broken by, before she started smashing everything, like maybe we do see what was in here, or maybe not. Maybe this is like a hint to like something that's going to happen in the future. Like there's something was here in both these frames and they're not there anymore. I don't know. Again, we're just theorizing at this point. But yeah, so we see LUTE in the office, and I'm guessing she's probably not happy about Heaven's decision to try to work with him, because we do see in the trailer they do try to work with them, and LUTE's not really happy about that, and that's kind of what the song is telling us. And she's just pissed, and now it leads to, this.
Does no one know who they're dealing with? Think I'll let it go. Forget and forget.
Yeah, so she's, again, like what she just said right here, like she's obviously not happy about just not, like basically not getting payback for what happened to Adam. Like they're just willing to let it go. And I'm really curious to see again, like where this is going to go in season 2, and like how is Heaven going to deal with this? Like what are they going to do when they realize that one of their own, like one of their like top soldiers, is basically willing to go against what they're going to decide? And like this is how they act. Like this is the person that was like deemed to be in heaven, and this is how they act. I'm curious to see again where they take this.
The rage in me is terminal. There's no remedy but to burn 'em all.
Yeah, so she obviously wants payback. But yeah, we're not gonna again go through the whole song, because again that would just make this way more difficult to edit.
Consider making peace.
Yeah, it's.
The princess has to pay for what she did that day.
Yeah, so again, right there telling us that she is definitely going to go after Charlie. But also what she says later on about how she wants to basically, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I think this right here.
Will you still when I return the favor?
Yeah, so she's obviously talking about Vaggie right there. So she's going to target Charlie by going after Vaggie. And again, really, really curious to see where they take this.
Wishing you were there when they needed you. The only soul who's ever completed you.
Yeah, so again, talking about Adam, so we saw this at the end of season 1 when she saw Adam literally in his last moments right before he just died. And yeah, interesting that they have this right here, basically at the exact place where he got stabbed. So yeah, here's the thing. I've seen a lot of people when the trailer came out and they saw her talking to Adam, they're like, wait, is he alive? What happens? Like I think I said it in the trailer, like obviously this is in her head because it was confirmed that Adam, died. So like you could immediately tell just that this is, just in her head. She's only seeing him there, and it just goes to show you the mental state that she's in right now, where she's like literally like seeing him there, and like she's hearing him talk to her and all that stuff. And yeah, she's lost it. Like she's going through it right now. Like this is where her grief is at losing him, that she's literally seeing him and hearing him. And obviously it's not actually him, it's him in her mind. And he's basically just reaffirming her want to basically get revenge. And yeah, it's insane.
Maybe then you'll get a little heated too.
Yeah, so again, like Lute's always Lute's been really interesting again to me ever since we saw it. And I was afraid that maybe Lute was going to not be all that interesting to me, because at first she just kind of seemed like just like the kind of stereotypical character where they're like the type of character where they're like so set in their beliefs that anything that challenges it is like seen as wrong. And I'm like seeing more of her, you realize that okay, maybe there could be something more to it. Like I'm really curious to see like where they take her character. You know what I mean? Like, because it feels like there's definitely more to this, and we are seeing it. Like she had someone she cared about, and that person was taken from her, and now her grief is just taking her feelings for hell and all its people, and it's just like cranking it up to like 1,000,000. And yeah, I feel like she's gonna be an enemy that maybe like Charlie and the others didn't really expect, because I'm guessing they feel like now that they got rid of Adam, like that was their biggest like hurdle that was in the way. And I think that they're gonna be maybe taken in for a little bit of a surprise by what Lute essentially like does to them. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm sorry. I was just listening to the song again, but yeah, it's again just more statements of her just like wanting to just get payback at Charlie for what happened to Adam. Although it's interesting because if she really wants to get back at someone, technically, if you think about it, it should be Alistair, because Nifty was the one who killed Adam. Because here's the thing, Lucifer was just about to kill him. Charlie technically spared him. Charlie didn't want to kill Adam. And it was Nifty who killed him. And we know that Nifty is like probably the one person that Alistair actually cares about. So if you think about it, the person she should be going after is Alistair, because again, like Nifty is the one who killed him. Or actually, no, sorry. No, I think that should be the other way around. Like she should be going after Alistair, because I think Nifty also cares about him. And if she wants to get at Nifty for killing Adam, since she should go after Alistair, or not even Alistair. Like Nifty said that she actually cared about all like the other residents of the hotel. Like she cares about Angel, Charlie, Vaggie, Baxter, as now he's part of the hotel. We saw that again in the trailer. And there's also, whom I forget, Husk. Like, I forgot about Husk for a second. So technically she should be going after them, because like she cares about them. If you really want to get back at the person who took Adam from you, then it's Nifty, because again, Nifty's the one who killed him at the end of the day. Like I said, Charlie spared him. If it was up to Charlie, Adam would still be alive right now. Even after Adam tried to kill her and pretty much everyone else in the hotel, she still said, no, I'm still like, we're not going to kill you. And then, what happened. So I don't know. That's just something that kind of like stood out to me just right now. I just wanted to talk about that for a second. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Since we're not really, let's just focus, lower the volume for that. And that's where it ends. I don't know. This looks pretty cool. Maybe I'll make this the thumbnail. Yeah, I might make this the, and yeah, you can still see the guitar right there. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, those are the clips. Give me a second. So yeah, again, like this is I'm just even more excited for the second season of Hazbin Hotel, and we're not that far away. We're a little over 2 weeks from getting the first episode. And again, I don't know what the release order of the show is going to be. I don't know if it's going to follow the same release schedule of the first season, where they release like the first 4 episodes, and then it'll be like 2 episodes per week. Personally, I kind of hope they don't do that, because the show felt like it ended kind of quick because of that model. So I really do hope they release like an episode per week. I mean, Amazon kind of already does that with all their other shows. So I don't know why they don't just do that with Hazbin. I mean, they did offer people like a chance to watch the first 2 episodes early. On their website, you could go to their website and you could order the first 2 episodes and you get to see it early. So I'm wondering if they're going to do the same with season 2. So I like that, I think, is fine. But then once it's time for the official show to release on the 29th, like like it was already said it would, I feel like okay, people who pay for the first 2 episodes, that's fine. You could do that if you want. And then when October 29th comes along and the show is officially out, you can start with the first 2 episodes, because that's already been released to people who already pre-ordered them, and or not pre-ordered, people who like pay to get early access to the first 2 episodes. You can, sorry, just had to cough again. But yeah, you could release the first 2 episodes, and then after that, it's episode 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6, 7, and 8. We already know there's going to be 8 episodes. So yeah, I mean, you could do that. Personally, I would prefer that, because it would extend the life of the show. Because earlier when they did the whole 2 episodes per week after releasing the first 4 episodes, I just feel like that caused the show to end way too quickly. And I would really like it if this season lasts for a little bit longer, because we waited all this time for season 2. So I want it to last for as long as possible. Personally, I would prefer if they release like 1 episode each week. So like, yeah, that way it lasts for like 2 months. Just my personal preference, again, for wanting the show to last for as long as possible. And who knows, maybe when season 3 comes along, maybe it won't just be 8 episodes. Maybe it'll at the very least be like maybe 10 or 12. And I would personally pray for 20, but yeah, we just don't live in those times anymore. But yeah, anyway. So with that being said, I am going to go ahead and end this video. This video went on for way longer than I thought it would. We're at the 30-minute mark. I mean, it's going to be lower with, the edits and everything. But thank you so much again. If you watched up until this point, seriously, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this video, guys, you know what to do. Leave a like, share this video out there, and comment down below with whatever your thoughts are. And also make sure to ring the bell. That way you're notified whenever I post a video. And don't just do it on YouTube. Also make sure to go to your settings and make sure to switch notifications on, because you kind of have to do that now. I don't know why it's not the same as it was before, where you just hit the bell icon and then boom, you're immediately notified that whenever a new video goes out or anything else on the channel. I don't know what the hell's going on with YouTube, but whatever, it is what it is. So with that being said and out of the way, I am going to finally let you guys go. Thank you so much again, and I hope I'll see you guys for whatever the next video is. If there's another sneak peek, we'll watch it and we'll talk about it. Or if there's another trailer, same thing. But I'm guessing maybe the next time I see you is going to be for Hazbin Hotel Season 2, Episode 1. Bye for now.